Hey guys, so I don't have a lot of time today, so I wanted to just show you my quick everyday makeup routine when I'm in a rush. I'm going to start by prepping my skin with this Badescu spray. I already did skincare, but I like to just get the skin nice and hydrated before I put anything else on it. If you know me, you know that I love the Jane Iredale CC cream. It just has a really nice, beautiful, dewy finish, and it's very healthy for your skin. There's no nasty ingredients in it. So I'm just going to take like a pea-sized amount on a clean synthetic bristle brush, and I'm just going to work it into the skin. It is a little bit darker than my skin color, especially now because I'm freaking pasty from the wintertime. But I do like to bring a little bit of warmth to the face, especially since I just spray tanned yesterday. So I want my face to match. Okay. Now that that is rubbed in, okay, if you guys don't already have this, you need it. Everybody needs this in their life. It's the Tom Ford Cream Shadow in Abyssinian. This is my favorite go-to eye base, and I'm just taking a clean synthetic bristle blending brush, and I'm just going to work it onto my lid. I like this product because it's not super oily, so you can put a shadow on top of it, or you don't have to, and it won't crease. It's a nice waterproof product. So I'm just going to do this on both lids. You can see it just kind of creates some definition on my eyes, like a little contour action without doing much. It's just quick and easy. I do have veiny eyelids too, so this helps kind of neutralize that. And I like to buff it out in the corners to kind of create like a lifting effect. Okay, so now I'm going to highlight and conceal. This is the Clos de Peau, what's it called? Radiant Corrector. And it says it's for eyes, but I use it in other places too. So I'm not going all the way up under my eye. I don't want too much product under my eye because that's when you kind of get creasy and it will kind of settle into those fine lines. So I kind of start in that hollow. And this is very light, and I'll go down the center of my nose. I go in my laugh lines. I feel like I have deep laugh lines, and then obviously my chin. And I'm taking a clean beauty blender, and I'm going to use that spray again, and I'm going to just wet this beauty blender, get it nice and damp. And I'm going to start in the center of my face and kind of just work this product in, and I'll do my eyes last. I like to give the concealer under the eyes a minute to set. I feel like you get more coverage if you give it a minute to kind of get a little bit tacky. Just kind of working this through. Also, since my foundation is a little too dark, this kind of helps bring the balance back to the face so I don't just look all one color. Okay, kind of working this through the eye area. You want to make sure you don't have too much product under your eye, especially for this look since it's just super natural. And I'll pull it to kind of help clean up that eye area. You always want to make sure you're getting right here in this hollow because it really brings brightness to the eye area. You don't want to have dark shadow in this corner unless that's the look you're going for. But if you conceal in this inner hollow, it kind of pops it out and brings brightness to the dark under eye area. Okay. Now for my favorite part, I am going to do my brows. You want to just give them a nice brush to get some excess. I don't know if you got foundation or any makeup in them. Give them a brush to kind of clean them out and then set the hairs up and into place. And this is the Tom Ford Brow Perfecting Crayon in Espresso. So I'm just going to kind of start to line up this bottom part. The way I like to do brows, I always like everything to kind of be in a line. So from here, from the front to your arch, I want that to be aligned, and then to the tail, and same thing on the top and the tail. So just like soft strokes. You want to be really light-handed with this. You don't want to put down too much pigment and have it be like clumpy. Same thing. And sometimes if you want to do the top arch, you can brush the brows down and start building that top arch. And then brush them back up. You always want to brush them. You want to make sure you're softening the makeup that you're putting in them so there's no hard lines. And in the front, you want the front to be kind of the lightest part of the brow. So you want to make sure that you're being super light-handed in the front, keeping that front nice and fluffy. Same thing to the other side. This is my smaller brow, so I like to add a little extra on the top. You can see it just slightly, but it comes down a little bit more, so I'll go a little extra on the top of this side. Fill in this arch. Okay, so I filled them in with a little bit of this pencil. And now I'm going to take brow gel. The Milk Makeup Kush Brow is my favorite, and this is the color Grind. This is actually a shade darker than I usually use, but since I'm doing minimal makeup, I'm going to do more of a bold brow. So I'll kind of do my first pass, and I'll back comb the fronts because I like the fronts to be super fluffy and natural and kind of messy looking. That's just the look that I like. And then I'll let it set for a minute while I do the other side. Same thing, I kind of back comb the fronts to get extra product on those front hairs. And then I'll go back, add a little bit more. So I love an unruly brow, but I do feel like when the second half of the brow is unruly too, it just looks kind of messy. So I go cleaner with the second half of the brow. I'll kind of set it down and into place, but I go a little crazy with the front. Same thing. Okay, brows are done. So I'm not going to do too much contouring, but I am going to do just a little bit. Westman Atelier cream bronzer in Biscuit, just a little bit. Just kind of tie it all together. So I know I said this before, but when you're using cream products, you want to make sure that you're using synthetic bristle brushes. These are the Real Technique brushes. I love these brushes, especially for liquid products and cream products. You can get them at Ulta. You can buy them online. I feel like they even sell them at Target. I don't think they sell them at Sephora though, so definitely check online first. You want to make sure everything is nice and blended. And when I do my cream bronzer, I like to kind of, like the apple of the cheek, I want it to kind of hook that apple of the cheek to kind of create that definition. And you want to, I have a big forehead, so that's why I put some bronzer on the sides of my forehead to kind of create that shadow, that illusion of making it look a little bit smaller. What is this? Is this hair? Down the sides of the nose. I'll kind of do the sides of the nose, but not too, I don't want a super structured contoured nose. So I'll kind of take the brush and brush the top of the nose too, where the sun would naturally hit my face. Okay, so a little bit of contour, nothing crazy, super natural, no hard lines. And then I'm gonna do a cream blush. This is the Iconic London in Rose Riot. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on my palm, and I'm gonna use the same brush that I just used for my bronzer. You wanna kind of stipple it on your palm. You don't wanna just go, you wanna make sure that you're kind of working it into your hand first, so you don't get a ton of pigment in one little concentrated area. And you can always add more, but I kind of start with a little bit first. This color is so pretty, it's very natural. So same thing to the other side. Top of the nose. You can even go like the sides of the eyes to kind of tie everything in. I love blush, so don't be afraid to go a little crazy. If you feel like you did too much, you never want blush like in this area. I feel like I went a little too much. So I'm going to take my beauty blender that I was using with my concealer, and I'm just kind of lightly pressing and then flicking upwards to kind of take that pigment off of that area. So I'm going to do a little bit of mascara. This is the mascara, or no, the Makeup Revolution mascara. I'm just putting a little bit on. I don't need too much. So now to finish the look, I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in Pillowtalk. One of the best colors. It's just like a pretty natural color that's pretty much the same color as my lip. So I'm just outlining, and I'm going to overline the top, obviously. So when I do lip liner too, I'll outline, but I'll also fill in. Whatever you put on top of it, if you fill in your whole lip with the lip liner, will just stick longer. This is a Kosas lipstick in Rosewater. Just a really pretty kind of pinky color. And since it's more of a natural look, I'm just going to put it on my bottom lip, kind of rub it in, pat out the outsides, and then I'm going to use the Collagen Gloss in Rosy Glow by Charlotte Tilbury. I love these glosses. They're like minty and tingly. They also have a slight plumping effect. So there you have it, just a nice, easy, work, polished, professional makeup look. I wouldn't call it a no makeup look, but it's, you know, just super easy. It took about 10 minutes. So everybody try it. Let me know if you like it or if you have any questions. Super easy. Everybody can do this. Moms, whoever. All you need is 10 minutes. And you can also use the other products that you have at home, but I do recommend cream bronzer, cream blush. I don't really like powder. That's just a personal preference. So try it out. Let me know what you think, and thanks for watching.